Hello, 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 hello. Here's to hoping tonight goes a little better than last week. We'll see if Mary shows up. How is everybody tonight? Here we are. Here we are. We're doing it again. We are going for round number 2 and seeing how it goes. What a fiasco last week. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, my Lanta. I can't wait for Mary to get on here so we can talk about all the things. All the things. What a hot mess. Hot mess. Anyway, who all do we have on here tonight? Hi, peoples. I keep looking for Mary because I have to add Mary when she joins. I am here in the cabin. Y'all see? I have got myself situated out on the patio. So I'm hoping that no littles come running out here and my phone doesn't die. Those are the things I'm hoping for. Do y'all think she's going to show tonight? If she doesn't show tonight, then I'm going to take it personal. I hope she shows too, or I'm going to feel a little bit like a fool if she doesn't show up tonight. Maybe tonight Nina will show up again, and I will blissfully just be like. Here's the thing, though. Here I am at this cabin. Do I have my list of questions with me? No. We are hours from home, so I don't have anything with me. But whatever. Oh, thank you. You know, I love this shirt, and I usually wear it to school with little middle. And today I stained it all up cooking. I brought an apron with me. Did I wear it? No. We had a pasta bar tonight. I had 3 different kinds of pasta. I had meatballs. I had grilled chicken. I had regular spaghetti sauce, I had Alfredo sauce, and I had cheese sauce. That was tonight's dinner. Oh, along with garlic cheese biscuits, like that you make at, what's it called? What's that, at that restaurant? Anyway, I made those. They all turned out really, really, really good. I love when y'all do that. It makes me laugh. Anyway. Red Lobster, that's the place. So everybody likes the biscuits. So we had biscuits. And then tomorrow morning we are having sausage, hash browns, English muffins, cream chip beef gravy. Ooh, the mosquitoes are out here. I should have, I'm not sure if I killed the sourdough. I may have killed the sourdough. I have 2 batches of sourdough. Is Mary really coming? She assured me 2 hours ago that she was coming. So she better be coming. She told me she was coming. She no-showed on me and ghosted me the other night. And then she messaged me. We set this up tonight and she said she'd be here. Tonight is Tuesday, right? I didn't mess this one up. Isn't tonight Tuesday? She's supposed to be here tonight. So if she no-shows tonight, I don't know what to do then. Because then I'm going to start taking it a little personal. My family is all in here. Now. What time, Deb? Now. I'm wondering why she's not here. It's 8:02. Mary. Yes, it's Tuesday. Okay. She messaged me and was like, I feel absolutely horrible. I had something come up. I couldn't get a message to you. There she is. There's Mary. Okay. No, I don't want to reply to Meri Brown. No. I want to invite you to join me. There she is, guest.
Hello!
Hello! We did it!
We did it! It's been a hot second since we've been kind of talking about this.
Look, already people are coming in the comment section and they're like, really? Are you really is she really going to be here?
Yes, for real. I am so sorry about last week.
It
or
is
whenever
fine,
it
girl.
was. I
Look,
think it
I
was
am at a cabin. If I break up, I'm in a cabin in the hills, mountains of Pennsylvania. There are kids running around everywhere, and I look a hot mess. I got grease all over my shirt, so I am sorry. Okay.
You don't even need to be sorry. Knock it off. You are all good. You are all good.
It is what it is. I heard
I'm
you had
so
a new baby in the family, and that might have been something to do with your MIA the other night.
it had nothing to do with it at all, actually.
Okay,
But
well,
the new baby
congratulations
came
anyway.
into the family. It was. I saw those comments and I'm like, oh, that's cute. But no, that wasn't the issue at all. But no, the new baby. When did I post that? I feel like that was a couple of months ago that I made
Oh,
my post with it like on my Instagram, and it's facing me because my niece is like, no, my baby's picture is never going to be on the internet because the
yeah,
internet is creepy. I'm like,
yeah.
yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I don't put,
So,
so I take care, I don't know how much you know about my life, but I take care of my three grandchildren. My son and his wife,
okay,
both
okay.
work full time. And our middle grandson is 6 and he has spina bifida, so he's in a wheelchair. So my life is
Hold on, hold on.
90% of the time.
I'm sorry, I missed part of that because potential spam was calling me,
Oh,
and
lovely.
I had to hate. I hate
Yes.
potential spam. They're so rude.
So anyway,
Anyway, sorry. So you
filming and having little people around, and I don't show their faces ever, ever.
it's it's so much safer. So much safer.
Yeah, it's too crazy out
My
there.
my best friend, she doesn't have any of her kids, either of her kids shown either. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Anyway.
wise. It's
Well,
wise.
I'm glad that we could finally
Anyway.
set this up. I feel
Me too,
very-
and I don't even have any wine with me.
You what? You what?
You don't even have any wine with me.
So here's the thing.
I was thinking I could open. Oh, what?
So
Do you? Do you
Well,
not?
I have a Tervis that has. I'm at a cabin with fundamental Christians who do not drink, but there may or may not be
Oh, that's funny.
some Mike's Hard Lemonade in here. Dude, there's about 30.
Well,
people. There's what?
here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is why I don't have any wine with me, because I definitely Moscato is my thing. Bartonura is the best brand. If I'm just saying, Bartonura Moscato, it's my favorite. I have a case of it in my cellar, but because I don't have a refrigerator right now, I will not drink a whole bottle of wine at one sitting. If I have a friend over or something, I'll open a bottle, but I'm not gonna, I don't have a fridge because I'm doing a renovation. And so I can't put it in the fridge and I'm not going to waste it. So I'm not going to open it. I'll wait until we can drink the whole bottle. I'm not going to drink the whole bottle.
Well, a lot of people have a lot of
What's the
questions
name?
about your Airbnb and the renovation. Are you renovating it to
First,
be
it's not an Airbnb.
It's, right.
It is not an Airbnb. It never was, nor will it ever be.
So what are your plans post renovation is what people are asking.
Okay, so at this point, and I reserve the right to change my mind because
Absolutely.
I am woman, hear me roar.
Rah!
But this is what I'm thinking it's going to be, like a small event venue. Like, we've done weddings here, we've hosted family reunions here, we've done retreats here, so we've done a lot of that kind of a thing. And I think that's what I want to move more into rather than just a regular B&B.
Yeah.
It fits more. Like, my dream, and a lot of people are like, oh, well, you're doing a renovation, you're closing down the B&B, I guess you're selling it. I'm like, no, I'm not selling it. This is never going to be sold. This is my family house, and
Yeah.
it has been for 5 years to get this in the family. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to get rid of it. But a B&B was never my dream.
Yeah.
It just made sense when I bought the house, because I was moving mom in, that, gave her something to do. She totally enjoyed doing it, and so it worked for her while she was here.
Yeah.
So, but it's not what I want.
I get the whole
But
farm.
also, like, I thought about, like, should this house be my house? Should I just live in here, like, and it just be my house?
Yeah.
And that doesn't feel right either, to be honest with you.
Well,
Like,
that was my next question. Are
it's,
you currently living in it?
it's my home base.
Uh-huh.
So, but I'm on the road all the time. I'm always going somewhere and doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it is my home base. No matter where I move or what I do, it'll probably always be my permanent address.
Yeah.
So,
No, I get that. I mean, that makes sense. Well, I wanted to ask you a little bit. This is a question that I have had for the longest time in the back of my mind. And I'm not, please know, if I ask you anything that is off limits, I have really thick skin and I'm totally cool with you being like, that's a boundary I have on that and I don't want to answer it. And I will not take any offense to that.
thank you. Thank you. And I appreciate that. And I totally get that. I've watched you long enough and we've chit chatted a little bit back and forth. And I totally love your vibe and I get that. And I respect that about you. And so thank you.
Absolutely. Your relationship with Jen. Okay. I love Jen. She is, I think we all, everybody on the page, like we love Jen. So, but my question is, I mean, I have a bug company, right? How do you go from like, hi, I'd like to schedule my quarterly bug service to, do you want to go out for dinner and oh, we're best friends? Like, how did that all happen?
I love this question. So it was kind of funny. We were actually at an event, like a vendor event. We had a couple of our businesses. This is back in Vegas, obviously. But we had a couple of our businesses there, and that's where I met her because she was just there as a guest. She wasn't like,
okay.
She
didn't wasn't have a vendor. Okay.
No, a vendor, no. So I had run into her mom and was chatting with her mom, who also had a pest control company. And we had just got the cul-de-sac, or no, we didn't even have the cul-de-sac yet. We were still in our rentals. And, but, you know, everybody knew in town that,
Sure.
you know, we were getting them, you know, it was not a secret. Anyway, and so her mom went to her and was like, you should go talk to them because that would be like an easy 4 houses. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and so she came and she talked to me. I know, it was great. Anyway, so she started doing my pest control in my rental. I'm not sure if she did any of the others or not. I don't remember. But then once we moved into the cul-de-sac, she was doing all 4 of them. And it was just easy, but she always hit my house last because we would just have really good conversations. You know, we just started having conversations when she was, yeah. And so anyway, so that's what happened. And I will tell you, speaking of catfishing.
Oh no, yes, we have to touch this subject because I have taken the heat this week. Let me tell you what.
Yeah, no, you're good. No, you're good. But it was not like at that time. It was actually during that whole process and me trying, like I remember calling her one time and I'm like, there is something going on. Help me figure this out. Like she's like this super sleuth on the computer, right? So we started.
I totally believe that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like we weren't like prior to that, we were not best friend status, but it was like during that process and just her kind of like supporting me and helping me through the process because as you know from watching the show, like I didn't have a lot of support like within the family. Yeah. She literally was the only person that I 100% trusted. Like, and anyway, that just turned into best friend status. So it was kind of awesome.
That is kind of awesome. And I think for those of us who have watched the show, like from the beginning, because I've watched it from day one. And there were so many times that like, I just wanted love you, reach through the screen and shake you and just be like, see the truth for what it is, you know? And when Jen came into the picture, I think all of us that saw your relationship with her, like on Instagram, were just like, because she is a girl's girl, and you can tell it. Like
Yeah, yeah,
she
she is.
she has
She
your
will have
back.
my back, and she will bring the shovel.
Yes.
She will bring the shovel. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. I have one of those friends. Yeah.
Yes, everybody needs a friend who will bring the shovel. Before I go into that, I have a question.
Sure.
When I am live with you, is it live on my group as well, or is it just on your group or your account, your TikTok, or my account?
I think
Like,
it's
are people
live.
watching from all of your followers or also my followers?
I
don't even know.
As tech unsavvy as you are, but I think that it's live on yours too, because on my screen it shows that there's 116 people on your page watching from your side.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can't even see anything.
I can,
Somebody just said, Tammy says, I'm a Meri follower. Somebody said both. Somebody said it's live on both. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious. Okay.
yeah,
Awesome.
it's on both.
Thanks,
I'm
guys.
pretty sure.
For helping me out. I'm so not techie savvy.
Me either.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
So, what were we talking about? Oh, Jen coming into the picture. Listen, Jen has been in the picture since 2015, right? Like, or prior to that, 2015 was when official best friend status, right? During the catfishing thing, right?
Yeah.
And she's actually been on a couple of episodes. If you go back, you might see her like in the
background.
Right? So everybody's like, where's she been? Yeah. Like, where's she been? And it's like, she's always been there. And she has always been my person. And she has always had my back. And she was always like, the second you say I'm out, like, then she's there to help me move, right?
Right.
Or do whatever. But I needed to get to that place myself.
Right.
Right? Because like I've said on the episodes, and yes, I mean, a lot of people wanted to shake me or kick me in the butt or whatever, because you guys were seeing, you guys were seeing stuff, not necessarily before I saw it, but there, because we see our episodes prior, right?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff that would be said that I wouldn't see or hear until after it was like on an episode and we were reviewing it, and then I always will give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, oh, you're going through a midlife crisis and being an a-hole? Okay, we'll wait until that passes, because I've had that moment. 2015, right. I had that moment. Right? So like when I'm going through my own process of like, okay, I got to figure my crap out, right? And then somebody else starts going through it. Well, I'm going to give them some grace and some space and let them figure their stuff out. And then we'll see if we can come together.
Yeah. And I think all of us do that in our life, right? Like when you are in the middle of something and you're processing through it, you're not on the outside
to make a big decision. No, no.
Right. I mean,
yeah.
To some extent,
you have to be out of it. Yeah, because right now, like, I'm looking back at some of the stuff, and I'm like, yeah, no wonder everybody wanted to shake me. But also, I had to get to that place myself.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, and this is where I'm not, I mean, you've watched my videos. I have come full circle on you. So when the show first started, like, I was like, oh, like, I just adored Meri, right? And then partway through the season, I was like, okay.
I hate her.
I just want to shake her, And now, like, we've all seen you doing the work. Like, we've seen you putting in the work. And I am a person that will, like, sit back and kind of, when people are saying they're doing the work, like there's been other people on the show that have said they're doing the work, but then you don't see the fruit of that labor. You know what I'm saying? You can tell me all you want to, you're going to therapy, but if I don't see you changing, I'm a registered nurse, and I'm like, no, It's like the diabetic patient that tells you they're doing all the education, but they're still coming in with the A1C that's off the hook and the sugars that are uncontrolled. And I'm like, no, you're
It's
not.
like when you go to the dentist. Yeah, when you go to the dentist and they say, "Are you flossing?" and you say, "Yeah," but they're like cleaning your teeth and they're bleeding. Of course, you're not.
Exactly.
They know.
Right. So then I'm watching your videos and I'm watching you with Jen, and like 6 months later, I'm like, oh no, she's doing the work. Like she's doing the work.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like there were times along the way that I was like, Mary, what are you doing? And then as time went on, I'm like, okay, I am all for somebody changing, and she's showing
Yeah.
she's changing, and that she's
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I do. Thank you.
So now,
And there's oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
There's a delay and we talk over each other.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say there is okay, how do I say this? I'm gonna get like whatever. People are gonna be people, whatever. This is how it was back in the day, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever, when you're like shaking me, right? You're like wanting to reach through the screen and shake me. It's like, can't you see what he's doing or what she's doing or what they're saying or how they're treating you or whatever? Why don't you just get out, right? Like whatever, right? Obviously, I had to get to that place for myself. I was not oblivious to what was going on. And I think I know that that's a huge thing with a lot of people. It's like, can't you see what's going on? You're so stupid. It's like, no, I can see what's going on. I also have my morals and my values, which says, you know what? You made a commitment. You figure it out. You don't just walk away when things get hard.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So that's where I was. And obviously it's been 2.5 years now since I left. But even prior to that, there was a lot of time that I'm like, yeah, no, I see it. It didn't take me 2.5 years ago to the breakout that I was seeing things.
Yeah.
I saw things. Now I'm just, well, even like I will say things now and I will be open and honest, but I also am attacked because I am protecting them, or you know what I mean? Or I'm like, here's the thing. I don't personally think that just because I get a divorce means I hate a person or I need to go tell all the tea or I need to say what really happened. I don't believe that. There's still some things that deserve to be kept quiet and not.
Look, I just said this the other day. Somebody came on my page and said Mary is still protecting Cody and Robin. And I said there's a difference between protecting Cody and Robin and respecting them as people because they were former spouses and giving them discretion in not throwing all the trash out. Like there's a difference in that to me. It's like getting divorced and not talking bad about your spouse in front of your children.
100%. Right? Because in a divorce, you're having the feelings and you're like about this person, but you're not going to do it in front of the kids, right? I'm not going to do it in front of the world because I don't need to. Like, why do I need to I don't need to do that, And it's been interesting for me, like figuring out what that fine line is, because there is stuff that I will say. Sometimes things just slip out of my mouth on camera and it's like, oops, did that just happen? You know what I mean? Whether it's running for a TV show or on a live like this, right? Yeah. But like for the most part, like I just don't think that things need to be said. Yeah. I just don't like I'm not going. It's kind of like me as I'm dating, and I'm nobody exclusively, but like.
Oh, we're going to that topic. Don't worry.
Well, we can totally do that. I'm here for it.
Okay.
But I'm not going to go into that wanting to talk trash about Cody or wanting to compare about Cody. Like I will use my experiences and what I learned from it, and be like, okay, I recognize this is how I was treated, or this is how things happen, but not, well, he used to do it this way, or you know what I mean? Like, what
Yeah.
did I learn from it, and how can I move forward? Not let's talk trash.
Yeah.
Like I have dated people who I have had to say, you know what? I'm not interested in talking or just giving all the scoop or whatever. Like, and I've had to shut down conversations when there's a lot of questions being asked
Because then are
that's
they
like
dating
my
Mary the
focus, my yeah, I want my relationship, my future relationship, to be with that person that I'm building a relationship with. Now, I can take lessons from the past, but I'm not going to live in the past, and I'm not going to allow somebody to force me to live in the past. Right? Like this whole catfishing thing. Like you were like all nervous about like, oh my gosh, it was that offensive. It's like so not offensive to me.
Here's the thing.
Guess
I
what?
wasn't nervous about it at
I was
all.
catfished.
I thought it was hysterical. So that
fact.
night, when you no-showed, somebody said you were catfished by Mary, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. Like, so I made this whole big thing about it, right? And all of a sudden, the comments are coming in, and they were like, you're a mean girl. I can't believe you would make fun of something that was so hurtful to her. And I literally said, I don't know Mary personally, but I feel like I know her well enough to know she would find this whole thing really funny. Like, she no-called, no-showed, and I'm using the term incorrectly. She'll think it's funny. And a lot of people did not get it. They did not get the joke.
Here's the thing. It happened. Was there a time? In fact, I was telling somebody this the other day. We were having this conversation about, well, I don't know. Somehow it came up about catfishing and lawyers and stuff like that, because I talked to a few lawyers in that time during that whole situation, right? Because people are always on me about like, oh my gosh, you need to shut her down, blah, 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 whatever. It's like, you know what, whatever. So I talked to lawyers about the situation. And I remember one thing that this one attorney said to me in conversation. And he said, is there egg on your face because this happened? He's like, yeah, there's egg on your face. And it's ugly and it's embarrassing. But guess what? Egg washes off.
Yeah.
Egg washes off. You know what I mean? And it's like, and it took me a while. And I'm not going to lie, there's still times that I'm like, ugh, you know, because it's like, gosh, Mary, ugh, you know what I mean? Because I see it for what it is now, you know what I mean? And,
well, and like, here's the thing, Mary.
So apparent.
Any of us can say whatever we want to. Literally in the past month, I almost got scammed by somebody online. I swore it would never happen to me. And I almost got scammed. It was this whole big thing. And the next thing I know, I'm contacted via Messenger saying it's UPS, and I'm falling for it until I realize he's wanting me to send him a whole bunch of money on pay. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, it happens when you don't realize it's happening. And I think watching the show,
totally happens.
Yeah, it can happen to anybody. I mean, that part, the fact that you were catfished, I don't, like, to me, yeah, that could have been anybody. You know? And especially,
it could have been. I mean, watch Dr. Phil, or watch, you know what I mean? Like, whatever show you want to watch, there's stories all, you know, like, all over the place, you know, online, you know, whatever, about it happening. It's so easy for it to happen. Mine was just really, really, really public.
Which, speaking of that, so do you regret doing the show?
No.
Like, do you regret Sister Wives?
No.
No. Okay.
No. Sister Wives, my Sister Wives, or the show Sister Wives? Either. No.
Show Sister Wives.
I don't. Do you want to know why?
Yes.
You want to know why? Like, people ask me that all the time. Do you regret marrying Cody? Do you regret bringing Robin into the family? Do you regret going public, doing the TV show? Do you regret this life? No, because guess what? I like who I am right now. Yeah. I'm so happy with who I am right now. And those experiences, every single one of those experiences shaped me.
Right.
Every single one of them. Even the catfishing one.
You very much,
it's like,
you feel like your life is just beginning, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know that I feel like it's just beginning because there has been so much, but it's like it's starting in a different way, I guess,
This is
because
your life,
I've had
though, not
all
the
these
expected life.
experiences. Yeah, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Like so many experiences shape me to be who I am or where I am right now. And it's like there's the world is my oyster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
So,
good.
question about Leon. I know Leon doesn't want to be part of filming, doesn't want to be part of conversation, doesn't want to be part of anything. But people ask all the time, is your relationship with Leon good and solid? Good. Because people ask me that all the time. And I'm like, I'm assuming so. Because Meri doesn't talk about it and Leon is very private. So I'm assuming that means they're good. But I promised
Yeah.
somebody I'd ask, so I asked.
Yep.
There's
No,
that.
we're good.
Good. Since you have
Yeah.
left your marriage with Cody, what is your relationship like with the other kids? And like kids, as in big umbrella.
Um,
And there's a lot
Same
of
as what it was prior. There's a lot of them. Same as what it was prior, meaning some of them are great, some of them are not so great. Some of them we just, like it basically is non-existent, but will be, like for, Garrison's funeral last year. You know what I mean? Like when we're all together, it's like we're cordial. We're not jerks to each other, but
Right.
we're not close, right?
Yeah,
And
I get that. My mom was one of
I think to
16.
be expected. What?
My mom was one of 16. So
Oh wow.
I have aunts and uncles. I have one uncle I think I've met once, maybe twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand.
Mm-hmm. I'm I've got like 25 siblings.
Yeah.
Some of them I see at funerals and weddings.
Yeah.
You know
People
what
that
I mean?
don't
But some of them I'm super close to.
people that don't come from that kind of heritage do not understand that at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's just, I mean, we all get to have the people in our life that adds to our life,
Right.
right? We get to choose who we want in our life, whether they're blood related, whether they're friends, whether they're, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Like one of my very best friends is one of my sisters who was 2 years old when I got married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she's like super, super much younger than me and she's from a different mom, right? Same dad, different mom, but um, we're really super close, So it really doesn't matter
Yeah.
like who the people are. And so that's what like, and it honestly, it took me, I mean, you guys probably saw it a lot on the show. Like it took me a long time to really wrap my head around the fact that um, just because we're family doesn't mean we all have to be best friends and be in each other's space all the time.
Yes. And that's where coming from a
And I
large
wish
family like that.
and that's what I was, yeah, that's what I was shooting for, and that's what I was hoping for, and that's what I was encouraging. And it's taken me a long time to be like, no, you know what? If it's not good for me, if it's not good for them, it doesn't have to be.
And it doesn't always mean that one of you is wrong and horrible. Sometimes, I mean, I come from, right,
No.
right. That is how my family is too. It is very large and very diverse, and we have religious beliefs all over the place. And
Yep.
some of that doesn't mesh real well. So I have cousins that are oil and water with others because of their beliefs.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
I totally understand that. I get it. And sometimes that's hard to navigate, and you have to know kind of who you are and where you stand in order to be able to navigate it. You know?
Yeah. Because there's some people that, like kind of have to be in your life, like for instance, I'm just going to say, I don't have a minor child. I don't have to deal with Cody because of a minor child, right? So, but like somebody who has a divorce and has to deal with their ex, they have to. So you have to figure out in some situations how to deal with people that you don't want to deal with,
Right.
But sometimes you don't have to. You can just be like, this is not good for me. This does not bring my soul peace, and so I'm going to let you do your thing, and I'm going to do my thing.
Which,
And I wish you all the best.
so then, I know you were really, really close to Robin's children.
Uh-huh.
How does that navigate? Are you like, or is that something you can't talk about?
I don't talk a lot about it right now, just because our story is still kind of an ongoing
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
I don't see them a lot though, and it makes me sad.
Yeah. I was going to say that has to be painful.
Because yeah, that is. I mean, that's, especially, I'm going to say especially Solomon. Like, he was my buddy from day one. You know what I mean? And I mean, I love all of our kids. Don't get me wrong, but there's something special, I think, with me and Solomon. And I don't get to see him as much. I mean, we don't live in the same state either, so that
Yeah.
doesn't help. But yeah, I miss him.
I'm sure. I'm sure. So can I ask you, so people have asked me this, and I got accused, I've been begging you to talk to me forever. I was like, just
Yes.
because I am a person that doesn't handle no well. And so for a while, you weren't really doing interviews with people. And so I kept putting it out there because I was like, I'm going to manifest this, daggone it. And so I just kept putting it out there and putting it out there. And
I love it.
somebody said to me, why do you think Meri is doing all these interviews now? It's not that she wants to talk to you, it's because she wants something. She's trying to promote something. And I'm not gonna lie, like, part of me was like, I mean, she has a lot of endeavors, she has a lot of things she's trying to publicize and stuff. But my take on it was this, and you can tell me I'm full of, I don't care. But my take on it was that when you first hit TikTok, you weren't real sure of yourself yet, and you were still a little cautious of people. Like, talking to people live, you were just cautious about it. And as you have kind of gotten healthier and learned to be okay with your boundaries, you have like bloomed into this person that is like, I'll talk to anybody. Because if I don't like where you're going with something, I will shut it down. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I definitely, like, I've been a little bit, obviously, I mean, for good reason, I've been a little bit scared of, like, the internet, right? Like, and I have to be very careful with it. And just very cautious. I mean, we all get a lot of creepers on social media. Like, the creepers are like out in droves. It's ridiculous. But it's really been, for me, probably the past year and a half, maybe 2 years, that I've really been able to, like, figure out, like, who I am and what I'm comfortable sharing. I will tell you, for a long time, I felt like I had to be this person. Like, I'm a TV person, I'm a wife of a polygamist, and I have to be this person. And it's taken me a long time, and I'm still working on it, to just be like, you know what? I am me, and I'm good with me, and that's who I can be, and that's who I can show. And I, honestly, I'd rather get on here and talk to the people, like, that watch me and that support me and are not haters, right? Like, I'm there. If there's a hater out there, there's definitely people on TikTok that are kind of haters, and that are a little bit. Sorry, she's barking. I had to check on her to see what's going on. That, like, I'm not getting. What's that?
Somebody asked how your puppy dog was doing.
Oh, she's good. She's been kind of sick today. She's just been laying around. She hasn't been feeling well. But she was barking at the people walking down the street. Um. Anyway, I just like, I mean, think of it this way. I guess if you're gonna invite people into your house, right? They're gonna be your friends or the people that you're comfortable with or the people that like you have a good relationship with. You're not going to let somebody come in that is going to be a jerk to you or talk mean to your kids, or you know what I mean? You're not going to let them in your space. It's like that for me on social media, right? Like I get to control my space and I get to control who I go talk to. And I'm not going to go talk to the people who are being jerks to me or about me. They don't get this. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, and that's why I like to use the block button too. People are like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you blocked me. You're so rude," whatever, because they'll find me on another social, right? It's like, well, you're rude to me and I don't want you in my space. I don't need that kind of energy. Like I very much protect my space and my energy.
Yeah.
We all should.
I totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah. And I think the more I'm beginning to get a taste of it, like the bigger you get, the more you kind of see that. That's just, so going forward, this dating thing now, I know that you did the video the other night about how you like to be treated like a lady.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I had to laugh because right here on TikTok right now, have you seen the princess lady?
No.
Oh dear.
Who's the princess lady?
You'll have to look it up. She's a Mormon, and she wants her husband to order food for her. She doesn't want to make eye contact with the waiters. It's a whole thing. And right after that, the algorithm fed me your video. Oh, there she is.
Okay. Somebody was just asking, can we see the pup? Yes. Hi, love. How's it going, lovey? I love you. Okay.
Zona is very unimpressed.
Okay, sorry. Anyway.
Yeah,
she is. I take pictures of her and I pull my phone out and she's like, no, you're done, Mom.
So this girl you'll have to find her. She's on here. She's a hot mess. But do you still subscribe to the Mormon faith in general? Like religiously,
No.
No.
I would say I'm spiritual, not religious. I don't believe in a person telling me what I should or shouldn't do to get to heaven or to have a relationship with God or whatever. I don't subscribe to that. I think that my relationship with God, whatever my belief in God is, and we all get to have our own, that's between me and him, and I don't need somebody as a go-between. So no, I'm not into any organized religion, but I do have a belief in it. So yeah.
Oh, nice. I like that. I like that a lot for reasons I'll tell you later off screen. So dating. So are you meeting people organically, or are you doing the whole interwebs?
I've done both. And I'm kind of over it right now. I feel like, in fact, I don't know what it is, because the whole online dating thing is like stupid. Like it's really stupid, but whatever. People are dumb. It's fine. Whatever. But I have people in my life who are like, oh, it took me 4 years. And I'm like, 4 years of this to find your person? Jeez Louise, I don't have that patience. But, I don't know. I have met people organically and I have done the dating site thing. And so far I have not found my person.
Oh, yeah. I have to say, I just being here on TikTok and all the weird Elon Musk's that send you messages, you know what I mean? Saying,
Yeah,
I'm like, I've been happily married almost.
Keanu Reeves is always sending me messages.
He's a very, very busy player. It's
He
made me
is.
very happy. I've been married for 40 years, you know? Yeah. So, on the dating thing, shoot, I just had a question. It went away. What is with menopausal brain? Oh, I literally, when you were talking, I was like, oh, I wanted to ask her about that. And just like that, it went, gone.
Okay, I was talking about dating and meeting organically, and shoot, I don't know what else.
I don't know either. It went away just like that. That's absolutely crazy. Look, somebody just said, oh, you mean Elon's not real?
Right?
No.
You mean all those Elons that are sending you messages? Gosh dang it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So in your life now, you're still selling LuLaRoe, right?
Uh-huh. That's one of my businesses.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a lot of businesses.
A lot going on. I have a lot going on.
So Nate, can you name them all? You have LuLaRoe.
Yep. So I do the LuLaRoe, and then I obviously have the Lizzie's Heritage Inn.
Uh-huh.
We won't call it a B&B because it's going to change. The name will stay the same, but it won't be a bed and breakfast. And then I do Worthy Up,
Uh-huh.
and I have a couple of side little things, Park Lane Jewelry. You know, working on a couple that I'm building. Obviously, there's Salty Birches. You got to follow me on the Salty Birches.
Well, that's what I was going to ask
That's
you.
a
So
me and
what
Jen.
is Salty Birches? Like,
Salty
what is
Birches has a plan. It has a plan that is going to take place kind of incrementally. But right now, it is you just follow us and enjoy the craziness that me and Jen are. But it has a plan. There's more things to come. But we got to figure some stuff out, and it's got to be the right time. So.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. I did not realize everything. Speaking of Jen, again, since we've circled back to Jen, please send her all of my love. I had no idea all of that was going on with her husband, and I saw her post this week. And as a nurse, that kudos to her. That's a lot.
Thank you. It's been a lot, and yeah. I'm there to support her, and she has a lot of people, you know, in her corner and support her, and she has kept it very quiet,
yeah,
for a long time, and I guess she's just kind of ready to start talking about it a little bit. So
yeah, and that's that's hard. That's just hard, especially when you have kids. And yeah, I saw the post. I was like, I'm friends with Jen, but not like I'm friends with you. So all my love to Jen on that one. Please tell her that I send my heartfelt prayers, because that's a lot.
I will tell her.
Where is she tonight? Speaking of which, do you get together a lot or no?
We do. We see each other less right now because of everything that she's got going on, but still often enough. And we text and talk all the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's not like I see her all day, every day like I did for a while. Just because I think she mentioned in the post the surgeries and stuff. So she's been real busy with
tied up
taking
with that.
care of him.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad to hear. Look, here's one of the biggest takeaways of me from this live. Okay. So every time you and Jen would do Friday Night with Friends, you would always insist that you had water in your cup.
Yep.
Yeah. Now I know.
100% water.
But there's a case of Moscato in the basement.
There is a case of Moscato in the basement.
The basement.
There is a case of Moscato in the basement. But I will not put Moscato in my Yeti. My Yeti is only for water. If I'm gonna drink my Moscato, it's gonna be in a wine glass, maybe in one of those little wine tumblers, those
Why is
like
that?
insulated tumblers. But I will not put anything. I'm just weird like this. I will not put anything but my water and my little. I have like a caffeine pack thing that I pour in my water. So it's like a flavored. It's like a citrus flavor, but it's caffeine. It's like this natural caffeine. So that's what's in my water, and I will not put anything except that in my Yeti. That's all that gets to go in my Yeti.
Okay.
So when you see me with a little wine tumbler or an actual wine glass, then you'll know I'm drinking wine.
Okay.
And I've done that on our Fridays with Friends sometimes.
You what?
I've done that on Fridays with Friends. I will have a glass of wine sometimes.
So
It's
so
rare
when-
because I'm a huge water drinker. Like I drink water all the time. I'll go out to restaurants and I just want water. I'm not a soda drinker. I'm not like I'll drink wine. I literally, it was kind of funny when I moved away from Vegas. I had a bottle of wine in my fridge for 2 years. Like I'll drink it, but I'm like it'll sit there for a long time because I'm not going to open a bottle of wine and just drink it by myself usually, on occasion, but not typically.
Where was the favorite place that you lived? Was it Vegas?
I loved Vegas. I loved Vegas. Yeah. Yep. In fact, I'll go down to Vegas. Like I get down there fairly often, and Jen thinks I'm crazy. Like we met in Vegas. She lived in Vegas. Like she grew up there. You know what I mean? And she lived there a lot of her adult life, and she hates Vegas. And she's like, I can't believe you like that city. But I'm like, I just enjoy it. I don't know. I think it's fun.
So when you travel so much, is it for fun or is it for business?
Yes.
Fair.
I typically don't do one without the other. Because, it's a tax write-off. If it's for fun and I throw some business in there, it's a tax write-off. And I enjoy
which business do you throw in there then?
whichever one it's appropriate for.
Oh.
Sometimes, like I'll go do like a retreat or a symposium or something for Worthy Up, but I will do a lot of fun at the same time. Like I do, like all of my, it's so cliche and I get it. Hi, love. How's it going? I love you.
Oh, she wanted some love.
You're so sweet. I love you. Look, everybody wants to say hi to Miss Ona.
He's a sweet puppy.
She is a sweetheart. She's so good. It's so cliche to say do what you love and you never work a day in your life, but it's true. Like I love what I do, and I don't feel like I never dread. Like I can't remember the last time I dreaded like a Saturday or a Sunday night because I had to go to work the next day. You know what I mean? Like I enjoy what I do. It doesn't feel like work. So I don't know. Life is good.
Do you miss your old life at all?
Which part of my old life?
Oh, you tell me.
The married life, well, let's see. I look back on a lot of times in my life with nostalgia. I look back and I'm like, oh, that was fun, or I enjoyed that. And some of it was my married life. Some of it was when, the kids were young. Some of it was my teenage years in the 80s. Give me some 80s music and I'm happy. You know what I mean?
Oh, me too.
I'll look at it with nostalgia, but not like, oh, I miss it and I wish I could go back. Not that.
Yeah.
What about you?
Will you read
your
Christine's
favorite
book?
I don't know, honestly.
That's fair.
Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's fair. What are
Somebody
things?
says they wonder if they watch the reruns. I have seen some of the reruns, but mostly I just see when they rerun on TikTok and see everybody's commentary on it.
Yeah. What about life with Robin now? Is there a life with Robin now, or not so much?
No, not that much. No.
Yeah.
Um, we talked about it a little bit in the tell all about how there's just a little bit of distance, and I had said to her, I don't know how to be friends with my ex-husband's wife. And it's deeper than that. Like I really, really wanted to be in a place, and I'm not saying that we are not, or that we're not moving toward it, or we can't, or whatever. But like I had multiple conversations with Cody, just saying, you know what, we can do this in a kind way. We can have a kind divorce, you know, and it's kind of sometimes and sometimes not kind of a situation,
Yeah. I
you know.
I wanted, okay, so people are telling me I talk too much. I don't care. I talk a lot. That's how my TikTok page is. Deal with it, people. Deal with it.
It's okay. You can
So I wanted very much to like Robin from the very beginning. When she came in, I wanted to like Robin. And I never liked Robin. I'm just going to tell you, I never liked Robin because she felt like the spoiled little girl that came in and just from day one expected more than everybody else had and threw a corkscrew into what everybody else had and then wanted to play the "but why me" card. And I, when you left, like seeing that final episode, the last tell-alls, and her saying to you, I want to be friends with Meri, but it goes both ways. And, she's going to need to call me. After watching what happened in COVID, was one of those moments for me where I just went, wow, you just showed your true colors, And
yeah.
it kind of broke my heart a little bit because that the saying when they say, when people tell you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. It was like, okay, well, you just showed who you really are because you just went years, 2 years, 3 years without reaching out to Meri. And now you're, yeah. So when people come on and they're like, Meri still defends Robin, I'm like, no, she's not. She's not commenting on Robin, which is different than defending Robin. And I respect you. I respect the fact that you have not trashed her because of all the people, you are in the position to totally trash her and you haven't. And that says a lot.
I just don't think, thank you. I do appreciate that. I just don't think that, Lovey, it's a log. You don't need to chew on the log. So funny. I just, I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it helps anything.
Yeah.
I don't, I don't,
I don't either.
So funny. Thank you.
I really like your hair. Changing the subject. Since you went shorter?
Really?
I like it.
Thank you. Thank you. I thought my lifestyle was a polarizing conversation. Holy hell, people have opinions about my hair.
Get out.
It is the weirdest thing. It is the weirdest thing. I don't understand. Like, it's so weird. It's like, it's just my hair. Also, I like it shorter too. I don't think I like it quite this short. I think I want it back a little bit longer to like how long it was in the tell-all. I was watching the tell-all episodes a few weeks ago, and I'm like, ooh, I like my hair.
That has to be so weird to see yourself on TV. Is it weird?
I mean, It's been 15 years, and so I'm kind of more used to it now. For at the beginning, it was really weird, but now it's like normal, you know. But I also feel like, and this is funny to me, like it's always like I feel like I'm a normal person. Like I don't feel like I'm like when people call me a celebrity, I'm like, yeah, I guess, but like I just feel like a normal person, right? You know. And in fact, I've got like my good friend Amber and her mom, Lisa, they were on an episode. Was it this last season? Or was it the season before? I can't remember. Anyway, but like Lisa used to babysit me. I've known Lisa since I was 2. You know what I mean? Like she's known me my whole life, right? And then Amber's her daughter, so I've basically known Amber her whole life. And so like when we're out in public and they see like people react to me or whatever, they're like, but you're just Mary. I'm like, I know I'm just Mary. You know what I mean? But that's how I feel, you know? And so it's like, I mean, I'm kind to people when I run into them and stuff, but like I'm just me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't imagine. That has to be kind of awkward when you're like, I just need to go to the store to buy toilet paper. Like, I just need to go buy toilet paper. And those everyday things are involved.
I don't care about that because I know like it just is my life. I don't care about that. Now, I don't like it when they come to my door and think that they can just walk into my yard.
Yeah.
I think that's completely crossing the line when they literally walk into my backyard. Or, you know what I mean? I think that's crossing a line. You know, like I deserve my privacy.
Yeah, you do.
I've had people say to me, "Thank you." I think so too. But people have said to me, "No, you put yourself on TV, so you don't deserve that. You owe us this, that, or the other." Like I don't owe you anything. I put myself on TV to tell the part of the story that I want to tell. You don't get to know every deep, dark, secret thought of mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I choose what I put out. So.
Well, I just did a video about this the other day, actually, about how I mean, I'm a small creator, and they think they know you based on this little bit that you put out, you know. I can't imagine having a show for 15 years, and how that must feel for people to think that they just, yeah, you know, they're personal friends with you and you don't know their first name.
They want to fill in the blanks. Just think about it. Like you're going to watch a season of our show, which typically lasts about a year. Now, this past season, they did extend it, you know, to cover Garrison's story and stuff like that. So that one was about a year and a half. But typically, a season will last about a year. And you're seeing it in, what, 2.5 months? 42 minutes, I think, is how long an episode is. 42 minutes times 12 or 14. You don't know my whole life. You know what I mean? And so people will see those parts of it and then fill in the blanks with what they think. And I see this on TikTok all the time. It's like, well, this was said here and this was said here, and so this must be the case, right? And it's kind of comical seeing people's what they fill in the blanks with. It's like, all right, well, you're kind of off. Sometimes people get it, sometimes people sort of get it, and sometimes people make up the randomest crazy crap that I don't even know. It's weird. It's funny.
So 2 questions for you. How do you feel most connected to your fans, and how do you feel most misunderstood by your fans?
How do I feel? How do I answer that? Like, I mean, I connect to them on socials like this and I chit chat and have conversations. Like, do you mean that kind of a thing? Or like, what do you mean?
I guess I mean, like, how do you feel the most connected with people? Like, is it through your experience through marriage through Cody? Is it through the show, or is it through like who you've grown as a person now? Like, how do you feel?
Obviously, yeah, obviously people know me through the show, and it's kind of funny. And some of my favorite fans that I run into are the ones that are like so excited, not weird, not rude, but just like, oh my gosh, excited because like I made an impact in their life. And this is why telling my story and whatever that story is, and telling my truth and telling my experience, whether it's through a divorce and how I figured out how to move through a divorce, or whether it's through figured out how to move through a divorce, or whether it's through having a child that came out into the LGBTQ community, or whether it's being catfished in a very public way, right? Like telling my story, because no, not everybody in the world is a polygamist, but there's parts of my story that people can connect with in different ways. And when they reach out to me and I guess just are appreciative, or thank you for sharing that because it helped me through this, that, or the other, you know what I mean? Like I really appreciate those moments. Those are really cool moments. So I like it.
Yeah. How do you feel the most misunderstood by your fans?
I think when people think that I'm just a selfish jerk out for myself, because I'm probably, and this feels really weird for me to say because, I don't know. It's like I'm patting myself on the back, and that's really weird.
Wow.
But because I have people close to me who say this to me, and like people are like, "You're the most giving and most compassionate person that I know." Like I will give people chances. I will give. You saw that in my marriage. I give people chances a lot. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm very giving and I'm very supportive, and I'm hella funny. Like people don't know that about me. I'm freaking hilarious. You know what I mean? But like people think that I'm just this rude person, and I don't feel like I'm a rude person. I mean, I can be, like if you deserve it. Like I'll not really, but sometimes maybe kind of. You know what I mean? But like I think that's I mean, I think we all have different sides to us, right? But like I think that's and like the thing that's out there right now that's like as soon as Cody snaps his finger, she's gonna go running back. It's like, I promise I'm not, but go ahead and keep believing that. You know what I mean? Like I think people have misunderstood me because I'm not out there spilling the tea, talking the trash about my ex or anybody else in the family for that matter. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to do that. And when when you hear my story, or when you read my story that will come out at some point, you know what I mean? Like there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be disappointed because they're not getting what they think that they want. I got comments about that after the tell-all. It's like, wow, you told nothing, oh, why didn't you say this, that, or the other? Because I'm not going to, and I'm just not going to do it that way. I'm going to share my experience and what I learned from it, not let's just throw people under the bus and then back over them.
So do you promise we'll be able to read it at some point?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I like that. I like where you're going with that. I think so. The tell-alls, I've called them the tell-nothings, but more because of
a lot of people do call it the tell-nothings.
Yeah, the tell-nothings. But
I
but
love it.
a
It's
lot
funny.
of that is because, okay, first of all, Cody and Robin love to refuse to answer questions. And that is so flippin' annoying. It's like, come on. Like, we're watching the footage, answer the question, you know? Give us something
To
live.
be fair, this is one of the things people are going to come after me about, because I will say, to be fair, there have been questions that I won't answer too. You know,
Sure.
there have been.
But I think it's
Like, I'm not gonna.
yeah. Having boundaries is very different than what Cody has done in some situations is start to answer how he wants to answer it. And then when the host comes back and is like, wait a minute, this is what he's like, I'm not talking about this. And it's like, dude, you just got the truth shown in your face. And now you're acting like a 2-year-old and stomping your feet and going, I'm not talking about it. You know,
Welcome to his life and me dealing with that for 30 years. This is just normal.
yes. So, yeah, I mean, when I watch Cody, I'm like, you feel very much like my 2-year-old grandson. You know, who was your favorite?
That person who just said Mary still loves Cody.
Who said that?
Someone just said that. I don't know. Somebody just said that.
Wow.
No, Mary just isn't a full on a-hole. Maybe
But we'll
part
say it
a-hole,
for you,
but not.
Mary. We'll say it for you. Who was your favorite host? Like on the tell-alls.
Oh man. I really like Tamron Hall. Did you see me on her show recently?
Yes.
I haven't. Eating grass again.
Look, I just Mennonite cussed you. I'm sorry. So the Mennonites don't cuss, right? They go like this. Like when you to me, I went.
That's funny.
I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, I really like Tamron Hall, and I also really do like Suki. I think she's great. Tamron Hall. I mean, they're both reporters. Tamron is definitely more assertive, but they have their questions that they're supposed to ask, but then they can kind of be free. My phone is getting close to dying. I'm going to give you guys about 5 or 10 more minutes, okay? Just so you know. They get to also ask more questions if it comes up, right? But they're also being fed questions, right? And so a lot of times when people are like, well, they're too soft, you know, like Suki, specifically, there's a lot of attack on Suki. And she's a very nice person. I really like Suki. But she's being fed questions, and she'll ask her own questions too. But she's a really nice person. I like her. But Tamron, I feel like, was more direct and aggressive with her questions, and I think that's why some people didn't want her to come back.
Do you know the questions before they ask them?
No, we don't.
Interesting.
Nope.
All right. So listen, before your phone dies, I just want to tell you thank you so much for joining me tonight. I know this wasn't everybody's cup of tea.
No, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I actually, like, I really enjoy this. I enjoy connecting with the people. I mean, I enjoy connecting with, you know, like doing the tell-alls or the interviews or whatever too. I enjoy that, but I prefer to connect with people.
Well, if you ever want to go live again, just reach out, because I'd be happy to go live with you again. It was fun. Okay. We'll talk about whatever. We'll cook in the kitchen, or we'll talk about the dog, or living in the country, or whatever.
Maybe when I get a refrigerator in my kitchen and I can have a glass of wine and put the leftovers in the fridge without it, you know what I mean? I'll do that.
So what TV? I know you don't watch a lot of TV, but is there any TV you watch?
Lincoln Lawyer right now.
Oh, okay.
Jen got me onto Lincoln Lawyer. It's really good. I love you.
What do you fall asleep to? Do you listen to like podcasts or something since you don't watch TV?
No, I just fall asleep.
Oh.
I'm a 5 o'clock riser, between 5 and 5:30, and I'm usually in bed between 9 and 10, unless I have insomnia, and then it's like 11 or 12 or 1 or 2. I hate those nights, but
And you don't
I'm
listen to
doing
any
my
podcasts.
nighttime routine. Not at night. I listen to podcasts in the morning when I'm getting ready for work for my day, which usually always work, but it's fun work. But no, I'm starting to be much more strict on my nighttime routine. You guys know how important nighttime routines are? They're
Are
crazy
you
important.
type A? Are you a type A person?
I don't know what that means, but people tell me I am.
Okay. You're very detail oriented.
Yeah, yeah, I'm very detail oriented, but I also can like really just kind of pivot very well.
Okay.
You know, like how like I like to be structured. I want to have a plan and stuff, but I would say in the past 15 years, I have really learned how to pivot very well, and I can pivot on a dime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me. I fly by the seat of my pants all the time.
Now I don't always. I can fly by the seat of my pants. If I allow myself to just fly and will just whatever, like it's good. But there are times where I'm like, no, I need a structure in place. I need to know what I'm doing, and I need to have a plan.
No,
But also, if something happens, well, what are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah. I'm more that way with nursing. With nursing, I'm more like, I need a plan. I need my checklist. I need my, because you have to be. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yep.
All right, your friend's about to die. It is dark here. I've got people staring at me through the window, so I probably should go.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for letting me come on and chit chat. I hope everybody enjoyed this. I totally did.
Thank you for not ghosting me or catfishing me. And don't be offended. Somebody is making me a shirt that says I've been catfished by Meri Brown. So
I love it. Maybe you should send me one too. Wait, I have Meri Brown. That would be great.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. That's too funny.
All right.
All right.
Talk to you soon.
Fabulous rest of your evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.